Ready to back. Coach, you want to start us off with making statements?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for the crowd that was there today. 103rd homecoming for Purdue, and I just mentioned on the radio, this place is special because of the people, and not only the people that have followed Purdue for a long time. The students make it a great place, and I also believe that Mike Babinski, our athletics director, Tiffany Grimes, our sport administrator, and deputy AD, are two of the best in the country. They've given us absolutely everything that we need the 10 months that I've been here to go be successful. And we're building it, and the wins are going to come. I mean, man, that's a hard way to lose one. My guys fought this week. They poured everything they had into the preparation this week. They played with energy. They played with emotion. They played hard, and we came up short. And when you do that, when you invest with everything that you got, and you come up short, it's really difficult. But you know, I was raised in a small town in Oklahoma, and the values that I learned there are about togetherness, family, love, toughness, resolve, and you just go find a way. You don't make excuses, you don't give up, you don't wave the white flag, you don't feel sorry for yourself, you find a way to go get it done. And that's the way I was raised, and that's the way this place is. And I guarantee you we're going to get this turned. And we will continue to work, we'll pour everything we've got into it, and we'll get our team into the winner's circle at some point. We came up short, and it's tough.
Questions?
Barry, when you reflect on the final outcome of the game, you go back to the end of the first half. You know, you guys having first and 10 at their 40 to start that drive, and then being able to march down after the 3 and out. Just how large does that sequence loom as you look at how this game turned out?
Well, I think they're all big. You know, and then, you know, I told the team after, it's not one play, it's not one drive. It's a combination of a lot of those things. And then I do know coming out of halftime, you know, we always talk about the middle 8, you know, the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 of the second half. And we need to be a really good middle 8 team. Coming out of halftime, we went down and scored, got a stop, so that was a good part of it. So, you know, we want to execute every single drive we've got. We didn't. And then defensively, you know, the broken coverage, obviously I thought took a little bit of aggressiveness out of us on how we were playing, and we've got to be able to overcome that. We didn't.
Barry, when you look at this game, no penalties, but it comes down to, you know, playing a Rutgers team that has struggled holding teams on third down. You go 1 of 9. When you look back at that, is that just, you know, maybe a reflection of this offense right now, or was that just, you know, a down and distance situation? What kind of led to the struggles on third down today against the team that's, you know, been prone to giving those up?
Well, I think you look at all aspects of the offense. You look at the ability to run the ball. I thought we had that on our side. You look at being able to execute and extend drives. Obviously, that was, as you pointed out, 1 of 9s. You're going to have a hard time if you can't do that. And we've got enough playmakers to find a way to do it. We'll certainly do a deep dive on what were the reasons today. If I give a lot of opinions sitting right here, I'm sure I'm going to be off on a couple of them.
Ryan, can you sort of just take us through the timeline for Ryan this week as far as the injury goes, and when you knew he was going to be able to play today?
I didn't know, you know, we ended up getting some more testing done on Monday. And then he just kept making progress throughout the week. Had a good week of preparation and felt comfortable with the information we had on putting him in and letting him go play. He wanted to come back last week, but I didn't feel comfortable in that without, you know, having a true MRI on it during the game. I didn't feel comfortable doing that last week. So says a lot about him, about this team. You know, Jesse Watson on Tuesday practice broke his nose, had a chance to either get surgery and miss. He said, no, I'm going to do whatever I can for this team. And he went out and played today. So there's a lot of those small stories that things in our habits are moving in the right direction. I just want it, and we all do, we want it to result in wins, and we're not there yet.
Can you just take us through the last Ryan Brown play, the tip ball, he catches it? Was he trying to pitch it forward? Was the ball knocked out?
I haven't talked to Ryan, but as I saw it from the sideline, we had an RPO call. The defensive end set flat-footed on the line of scrimmage. There was a small window there after he pulled it and got his hand on the ball. Ryan went up, tried to make a play, and I don't know if it got punched from behind on his way down. He didn't secure it at that point.
Have you ever been part of something like this before, this painful loss?
Unfortunately, 1997, I was on the field against Nebraska, kickball. They ended up catching it in the back of the end zone. That one hurt. Guys, life is hard. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, and especially to lose it the way we did throughout the course of the game makes it a little more difficult.
Barry, was the plan all along to kind of alternate quarterbacks the way you did today with Malachi and Ryan?
Yes.
And then what do you gain out of doing that, or do you want to see if somebody gets a hot hand and kind of ride the momentum of
Well,
winning together?
Ryan's our starting quarterback, but there's certain things we're trying to get because Malachi is playing well and has earned playing time. Anybody that we feel like is in a position to help us play winning football, we're going to find a way to get them on the field, and we feel that way about Malachi, and I think it helped us out today.
You talked Monday about being a part of losing streaks before. Talked about losing in 1997 in Nebraska in a heartbreaking fashion, but I guess the run of games, Minnesota, Illinois, USC, that you've made plays to kind of lose games, and you've talked about shooting yourselves in the foot at times. Have you had a run like that where we've had so many games that were winnable that just kind of mistakes end up being the difference in the game?
No, but you say winnable games. You look at every single week. It's a life of its own. So. The thing you do when you come out of a game that you come up short or you win the game, you learn from your experiences and you apply them and you try to continue to find a way to move your program forward. We're a heck of a lot better than we were when we started, and we're just not there yet. And we're going to keep working to get there. That's the only thing that we and I know how to do. And I thought our assistant coaches had a really good game plan this week, and I did challenge the guys, to go play with energy, effort, and enthusiasm, and for the most part, I thought we did that, which was good to see.
Barry, you talked before the season, anytime anyone tried to bring up, building something, looking to the future, you were very quick to say, no, we're going to win this year. I guess how much is a win at this point necessary for, proof of concept or being helping you continue to build into next year?
I'm not going to back down from that statement. I believe that we're creating a winning culture, and eventually we are going to win. I don't know when that's going to happen. You're fighting and you're swinging and scratching and clawing, and you're going to eventually get there, but we're not there yet. So I still stand, and I've got strong belief in what our foundation is becoming. I have strong belief in this program, and I have no doubt it's going to be a special place that we win consistently. We're just not there yet.
Barry, you talked about anybody who plays is good enough to play. Hershey McLaurin's a guy who didn't play at all until last week when Miles got hurt, and then he made the most of an opportunity here. What have you seen from him just in 6 quarters of play?
His practice habits have become better. He's become more invested in what it takes to play at that position defensively, and then he is really most of today, I felt like, it's again hard to say without really going back and looking at it, he's in position to make plays. And that's good to see because we needed it. And he continues to show up, be a little more productive. And in that spot, defensively, we really need that guy to be a productive player.
Yeah, Barry, some of the issues the defense getting off the field, 75 plays for Rutgers, 51 for Purdue, over 500 yards of offense. Is there anything about the inability to consistently get off the field for a punt?
No, we need to be better.
Maybe a chance just to look at what looms in November and maybe how you're going to deal with what looks like a very daunting schedule.
I know we've got stretch and stride tomorrow for our players. Monday we'll go to practice. We'll have an hour and 10-minute practice, great film study and a game plan for Michigan. And then we're going to take it a day at a time and go to work.
The Illinois game, obviously, a very productive game for them in the air. You mentioned the defensive breakdowns in coverage today. Did this feel like a reversion to some of the problems you had there? Was this a new?
No, we got beat man-to-man 3 times. I mean, their player made a play, we didn't. And then one time in coverage on the breakdown, the guy was wide open. We were in a man-free coverage, and we didn't get that executed the way that we needed to. But no, I mean, you saw just like I did. They threw 3 up, they came down with them, and we didn't. So we got to continue to work on that.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Players in shortly.